Kenny Omega, New Japan. That was dope.
I saw some news. I haven't deep dive into it. So it seems that both him and Ricochet went to New Japan and doing some shows there, or are gonna go.
Ricochet. Jesus Christ.
Ricochet.
Ricochet. That man can't talk to save his life.
Nothing. So Japan will help him, if anything.
Yeah, I like
No
Ricochet.
promos.
Yeah, I
No
like
promos.
Ricochet a lot.
He
I
can
do.
wrestle.
Yeah,
He
the
can wrestle.
stuff. Yeah, the stuff that he pulled off on Lucha Underground as Prince Puma, it was unreal. It was unreal. So yeah,
I mean, yeah. And then what? Lucha Underground tanked how long ago?
yeah, but that wasn't Ricochet's fault. It was bad distribution. You couldn't find a right network if your life depended on it.
No, I get that, but it was like an eternity ago. What has Ricochet done? Nothing.
Nothing. Well,
Nothing.
not much, not
Nothing.
much.
Nothing.
He
I mean,
won
you got
that
Samantha
cup
Irvine. There
tournament,
you go.
World Cup tournament. Remember that in SmackDown? He won that. He was Speed
Yeah.
champion.
All of his accolades don't equal up to Samantha. That's
No,
it.
they don't. They don't. But that's another accolade. That's his biggest accolade, maybe, to get Samantha Irving.
What have you done in the WWE? I got Samantha. There you go.
And shut up, right?
For a smaller
That's
superstar, he's done very well in the mid card. I mean, let's be real. We don't have a cruiserweight division. So in WWE,
yeah,
I think he did pretty well considering his size and, Vince liked the larger stars. He was US champ. He had some really good matches. I can't hate on it. He fought Brock Lesnar. I mean, he's done some significant okay things. Um, he just can't talk to save his life. And
yeah.
WWE is not made for just wrestlers. I think he's just fine in Impact or AEW where you don't have to talk or something. Just as long as he doesn't talk.
So what did Lucha Underground do about that?
They put that mask on him, and that was one of the greatest things. And they had Conan,
They had Conan as his what do you mouthpiece.
and
Why
that
couldn't WWE do the same? Put MVP or anyone else to talk for him. They didn't. They didn't play on his strengths, right?
they tend to not like to do that though, for the most part, unless you're really exceptional, like Lesnar.
Right.
Yeah.
They want you to like hold your own.
Well, they
True.
did it for
Very rarely do that
Amos, right? With MVP, and why couldn't they try it with Ricochet?
because Omos is also 7 foot tall.
And Ricochet can fly like a bird,
Ricochet is a cruiserweight.
but he can fly. He can move much better than Amos. He's
Yes,
exciting to watch for a
but
change.
he's a cruiserweight. It took like literally moving heaven and earth for us to get like the yes movement, for that to become the main event on the WrestleMania card, for him to beat
Yeah.
all of Evolution in one night, and at the sacrifice of Undertaker losing his streak. I mean, that's the type of stuff that Vince was like, hell no, I really don't want a small guy to be the top guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody remembers it for that. It's just about
Correct,
Taker.
correct, correct. But that's what happened. He beat all of Evolution that night and became the champ at the sacrifice, at the massive blood sacrifice of losing that streak.
Hmm.
And that's true about Vince. He never liked smaller guys, but now it's Triple H game. And since he's been managing NXT, he gave great opportunities to Finn Balor, to Tommaso Ciampa, to Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, a bunch of cruiserweights.
Yep,
I'd say Vince
So
liked Ray,
he did.
he did.
but during that stipulation where he made him come back with his mask because he saw money.
Yeah, so I think that, Ricochet, if he would have stayed in WWE, he would have found his way eventually with
No.
Triple H. I think so. He would
To a
have.
world title? No, no. If you
Maybe
can't
not. But
talk,
is he gonna win the world title in AEW? No, I don't think
shit.
so.
John Moxley, y'all bleeding all over the mat all crazy, and he don't won it three
Ugh.
times. This man's a
But,
three-time champ.
but it's John Moxley.
Man bleeds in
No
every
sell
single
Mox.
match, bro. Every match.
You know what John Moxley can do that Ricochet can't?
What?
He can talk.
He
He
sure as
can
hell
talk.
can't wrestle. I'll tell you that much.
He's not
I said
that
that. I
bad.
said that in
He's
WWE. I said he was the weakest link
Yeah, he was.
in the
He
Shield,
was.
and clearly,
He was.
clearly,
I hate that he doesn't sell for anything in the ring. He
he don't even
can't
sell
sell.
for himself. It's bad. It's just that bad.
Yeah.
I think his ego is too big that he doesn't want to sell. I don't know. I don't get it. I just really don't get it. And now, in his
Why
defense,
would
he
you
was
give
he was
somebody like that full creative control, TK? It doesn't make sense. You
he's
bleed on
like
every match.
he's
You just beat
very
Darby Allin, 175 pounds, soaking wet wrestler, took the damn title from Daniel Bryan, from Bryan Danielson, um, in his last match.
retire him.
For what? John
He's
Moxley?
he's very Hogan-esque.
No, it's work. No, no.
Yeah.
When Hogan took the title off of you, it was Hulk Hogan. Eat your vitamins. I'm pumping steroids as I speak. When you think about John Moxley, what do you think about? I'll tell you, rat piss and trailer parks and chewing tobacco and
Well, I'll be on his defense.
fake boobs.
He was he was looking like a plumber. At least now he's a better fit plumber. He looks stronger. It seems that he's been on the gym for this comeback. He's looking a bit better.
The best thing about this return with him is not really him. It's Marina Shafir. I like that whole like I'm gonna lay your ass out,
Yeah,
beating
yeah,
cops and security guard. I love that.
yeah,
I love a backstage segment.
yeah, yeah,
I love it
yeah,
all day,
yeah,
all night.
yeah.
And they gave her a good little, I'll kick your ass type of I like that. It reminds me of Triple H in China. Oh, whoa, there you go. Boom, boom. That's where it came from.
The
So
worst
he didn't
part
do
of
anything new. He's not innovative. He's just Moxley to me.
yeah the
I hope they take a
worst part
title
of
off of him soon.
yeah the worst part of that whole angle to me is freaking Wheeler Judah. Like what a freaking bum.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable. He's skinny. I don't like his wrestling style. He doesn't look intimidating at all. He's not a good fit. You have Cesaro and Pac is strong and he can move in the ring and all that. And then you have Ambrose that at least he can talk and Shafir. He's not a good fit, Wheeler Judah. Like what do they see on him?
No clue.
There's a lot of people in AEW. You have an 800 wrestler roster. Like I don't try to keep up with all the bad decisions that they've made.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I like that they have a younger roster,
Yeah.
but you gotta see something, right, on a younger wrestler, even if they don't have the build, the body to do
Right.
it. You gotta see something. I don't see anything on Wheeler Judah that I would ever be interested in seeing in the future. I don't see anything of interest in Daniel Garcia. I just don't, right? At least Top Flight and Private Party, those guys, they can move in the ring and they're young and they're a tag team, so they're contributing value, adding value to that tag team division. But I just can't see it on either Judah or Daniel Garcia. If I was in charge of AEW, I would fire those two same day. While I'm walking inside the office, I would be firing both of them.
Speaking of firing, let's bring
Mm,
up your it's a momentous occasion.
Oh
because
my
your most
God.
hated wrestler of all time.
Oh yes. So for years I've hated on one wrestler, and it's a peculiar hate. It's very personal, I would say. The hate that, if I had the opportunity, I would skin him alive and let him die. That type of hate. And that was Baron Corbin. He's no more. So finally released. I'm so happy. I was celebrating. I drank champagne. What can I say? What a bum. He got like 8 gimmicks in his career in WWE. The Lone Wolf, the Constable when he lost his hair, King of the Ring, King Corbin, right? Sad Corbin, Broke Corbin, Happy Corbin, Rich Corbin, Gambling Corbin, and then the freaking pirate at the end. He just could. Paul Burchill got the pirate gimmick moreover than what he did a lot of years ago. He sucked. I mean, he was a safe wrestler in the ring. He could wrestle and have a safe match and don't hurt anyone. So he was a good hand, what they call a good hand. But he could never get anything over.
Unlike Ridge Holland, who's very unsafe in the ring, and we need to fire him immediately. But I'll digress.
Yeah, I won't miss Baron Corbin ever.
Oh
Now,
man.
unfortunately, they also fired Indi Hartwell and Tegan Knox. Now, I can't blame them for doing that. They were not doing much, but I was hoping that they would help the women's tag team division with the way and Indi Hartwell and Candice LeRae on that path to the titles eventually.
Yeah.
And then Tegan Knox, I don't know if she was giving a fair chance. I don't know. I don't think she was. She was injury prone.
Yeah, but her when she did get opportunities, her wrestling didn't wow anybody.
It wasn't. Well,
It wasn't wow. I mean, it wasn't spectacular. I mean, when you think about being an upstart, like take it for example, Lyra Valkyria, right? She's just got that fire, right? It's like, okay, I may not necessarily like this gimmick, or she got feathers in her head like tonight. We all
she
laughed,
had feathers dropping up from her leg. What
right?
was that?
But when it comes to being an upstart, feel like I could see her becoming champ and it being like tonight in his battle royale, right? Her and EO, and they were going after it and everything. And it was like, there's a possibility she could win, and this would actually be a decent match with Liv. Okay, I could see this going on. If Tegan were in that situation, I'd be like, Tegan's getting eliminated. It's just predictable. She's gone. And I like a little bit of unpredictability in the matches. Like tonight's Fatal Four-Way match, that main event. I mean, even though I didn't like the outcome of, Damian Priest doing what he did, there were, multiple facets of this, right? Like Sheamus could have, taken on Gunther, right? Face heel, that'd been crazy. Rollins, right? Big Bronson Reed just coming out of nowhere and literally destroying every single person in that match, which I like him. Like thumbs up. Be this brutal motherfucker that we know you can be, right? You're 350 pounds, okay?
Mhm.
Like you have the ability to lay anybody out and make it look believable, right? Do that. Like that's what you do. Don't talk because he doesn't have good mic skills. We know that.
We
But
know
he's
that.
exceptional as far as size, right? And you can chew bubblegum and talk at the same time. You chew bubblegum and walk at the same time, so we can work with you. Um,
But don't
so
talk.
don't talk. Do not talk. Just do not. Just hit
No.
somebody in the back of the head with a chair when they're having their promo. Do that. But don't talk.
That
Please.
that that is that is someone I would put a mask on. I don't. I like how he wrestles. I like his physique, how different he is, but then to me his face is not someone I would be intimidated by. It's just this kind of weird face. I don't know.
Maybe some face paint, like the
Yeah,
Paul
yeah,
Raiders and
something.
stuff, or Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, when they do it, it's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, face paint or a mask, but do something with that
yeah.
face. Come on, Java. What do you want to talk about?
What about Vince's new the speculation of his new show?
Oh, yeah,
Since WWE, I don't agree with their quote unquote brand splits when we have the same eight fucking wrestlers on Raw and on SmackDown.
that's
Like,
right.
okay, we don't need to see Yeaton all over the place. We don't need to see Cody all over the place. We don't need to see Cody in every fucking segment of every fucking hour of SmackDown or Raw or my commercials or whatever the hell. It's just
Agreed.
like,
And
you
his
know,
tattoo, his neck tattoo.
God, I hate that guy and his stupid ass lisp and all these moles everywhere. Anyways,
I'm
fucking
okay with anything bloodline related because y'all are
Yeah.
actually doing what y'all supposed to do with the bloodline overall storyline. I know it's a little over the top. I know this segment today was a little over the top. I didn't necessarily care for it. I really wish Roman would have just showed up then.
What was
That'd have
that
been good.
about? He
But
he
just
went he went all the way to Riyadh, Roman Reigns.
and
He
then he
went to
went
Crown
home.
Jewel, and then he left.
That's what he's supposed to do though. That's what Brock Lesnar would have done. Okay? You walk in there, you let that music hit, win, lose, or draw, and you go home.
But I
You know
get it
what's
if you're going to Columbus, Ohio, but you went all the way to Saudi Arabia, and you couldn't stay for Monday Night Raw and do
no,
something like.
no, no, no.
I don't know. I mean, the whole bloodline, good God, they have so many people. You could create a whole wrestling company with the bloodline. It's like,
And they got Tala Fatu coming soon, or whatever his last name's gonna be.
I'm with the bloodline stuff right now. Y'all are
I
doing
love it. I love it.
that's the one thing that you're actually if look, if you're gonna give me Cody every week and you're gonna keep shoving down Cody down everybody's damn throats, look here. I need something else. I said that before. I'll say it again. I'll continue to say it. I need something else that's gonna keep me engaged or somewhat interested in some type of professional wrestling. I mean, between John Moxley and Cody Rhodes, I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
God.
I need something else. It's
Yeah, and that's something else is Vince McMahon.
So, Vince McMahon, the rumor is that he is opening an entertainment company out of Santa Monica, California. He bought some space there, like he's buying property, like studio property, to do something out there. I'm not sure if it's gonna be wrestling related. He has always been unsuccessful in anything but wrestling, if you think about it.
XFL.
XFL, when he tried to do the fitness, the bodybuilding show, WWE films. I mean, he's been unsuccessful on every other venture, but he's always wanted to do anything but wrestling, apparently. So he'll always, he put the E on WWE, right? Entertainment, we're
right.
sports entertainment, and get involved with movies and things like that. So to me, the hardest part is that how many people are gonna want to do business with him with all these allegations surrounding him? Who wants to associate their name with Vince right now, right at this point? I just don't think it's a long list other than Johnny Ace and I don't know who else.
Yeah. I mean, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I think Brock Lesnar's gonna be brought back to WWE
Oh,
eventually,
oh
I
yeah,
sooner
do
than
too.
later.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
sooner than later. Um, So if I was Brock, I wouldn't do that either. Um, but yeah, I mean, who's gonna who's gonna have be in his roster? The Velveteen Dream, um, Maris Curl, everyone that has been accused of
Don't
misconduct.
forget Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan, yeah.
Hey, maybe Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard, yeah. We're building something here.
I don't think he's gonna get the A-list level talent that he wants, but I do think that there are people that are hungry in the indies, need a check, right? Because they're not getting paid out there. Look at this
Right.
OVW, I mean, don't get me wrong. Every so often I watch it. MLW, right? I watch it every so often, to see what's going on.
ECW.
Right. Hey, you can bring some of them on. They need to check. They need a little TV time. Because OVW, I mean, you're streaming. That's great that you're streaming online, but you don't have like any major network deals.
Alberto Del Rio.
Let me tell you something. Don't play with my emotions. Do not play with my emotions on this podcast. You hear?
Yeah.
If you bring back Alberto, I would lose my mind like a little 13-year-old girl at the
Sexy
Backstreet Boy
Star.
concert back in the day. I would lose my damn mind. Okay?
Just everybody who's blacklisted. The
Everyone.
blacklisted
Bring him in.
society. There you
Bring him in.
go.
Bring him in.
The black
Alberto Del Rio, bring him in. Bring him in.
the
Put the
blacklist
belt on him
is
too.
put the
And
belt.
Chris
Ricardo
Benoit's
Rodriguez.
son.
Ricardo Rodriguez, bring him back too. Yes.
Who
Bring him
who
back.
who was that, Java?
Chris Benoit's son.
I don't know about that. No comment.
Well, he didn't do anything wrong.
No
Do
comment.
anything wrong.
No comment. Can't do it.
Give this man a chance.
Because somebody's gonna say something about his dad on live TV, and that's gonna be heel as fuck. And
You're
I
right.
can
It's the
imagine.
blacklisted part. Who
Yeah, the
cares?
blacklist part. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It
I'm
should
just
have
saying.
been you in that house that
Oh
night.
my God.
Something like that.
Oh no.
Jesus.
I mean, they're already trying to push Lexus King, to kind of like do stuff like his dad, and
They're
it's like,
doing it. They're doing it.
yeah.
I mean, I love wrestling, so and I love Vince McMahon. Still, I don't. Until proven guilty, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt in many of these things of allegations. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure he's not done. So we'll see.
Yeah.
No chance in hell. You got.